cause he want a life. Headlights, I've been whipping midnight through the city. I've been going through some things, tryna get my mind right. Push the bucket to the limit, push that bitch into the finish. Gotta get the full control, gotta get my mind right. Headlights, I've been whipping midnight through the city. I've been going through some things, tryna get my
What's going on, everybody? Let me know if y'all can hear me because the mic tried to go out right before I went live. So let me know if y'all can hear me nice and clear. What's going on, everybody? You know what I'm saying? Put ones in the chat if y'all can hear me. Put ones in the chat if y'all can hear me, man. Put ones in the chat. Let me know how y'all doing out there today, man. Um, August 29th. It's my birthday. It's my 39th birthday. I'm very blessed to be here. Blessed to have the family that I have, blessed to have you guys as family too. Throughout this journey, I've met a lot of great people out there. I've met a lot of great people. Um, I've been able to network beyond my wildest dreams. I've been able to use a skill that I've honed over however long. I've been able to use that to meet a lot of people out there. So I appreciate y'all. Leisha, thank you. Johnny, thank you. Uh every time I get a happy birthday or whatnot, I'm gonna post it up there. Uh Lawrence Moore talking about football. You know what I'm saying? Damn, at least wish your boy a happy birthday first. But I get you though. The title, we gonna talk about Michael Irvin's comments, and I have the video queued up and everything right now. Somebody else said happy birthday. I forget who it was. David Jenkins. David Jenkins wished me a happy birthday on Instagram. So I'd appreciate it, man. Appreciate you. Carlos says happy birthday. So it is what it is, man. Micah Parsons, he's gone. I want you guys to watch the Playmakers comments. I'm gonna react, and it is what it is. We're gonna chat a little bit this morning. It's not gonna all be doom and gloom. I promise you that. You know what I'm saying? Not gonna be all that. So let's listen to what the Playmaker has to say, and we gonna talk about it a little bit. We might even rewind some of it. So
and Jerry were talking. I was even optimistic. Michael and Jerry were talking. I was even optimistic that something would get done because Michael and Jerry was talking. Jerry told you right here that, about our relationship. And we always kept talking. And as he said to me, we're going to be doing business 30, 40 years later, and we are still doing business. I know he wanted that with Michael Parsons. I know he loved Michael Parsons. So in order for us to be right here, something had to go down that hurt Jerry personally to make this crazy,
this Mike towing the line right here.
dumb move.
I do like he called the dumb though. I do like that. Mike hurt though. Mike hurt. Visibly hurt.
The Gambler and his Cowboys is the series that is out right now. This is a gamble the gambler should not have taken. My personal opinion. The last personal thing with Jerry, that was with him and Jimmy, that got in the way, I believe, of a
pride, baby. Pride.
There's a good chance this personal thing, this time, with Micah and his agent, I thought it has a good opportunity to get in the way of it. I thought it was a Super Bowl opportunity.
Not this
year.
You
add the offensive weapon to put the points on the board with George Pickens. Now you're going to need a pass rusher to get to the quarterback because they'll have to catch up. And you let Michael Parsons go. Or you traded Michael Parsons. God almighty. I am disappointed that Jerry and the Cowboys decided to trade Micah Parsons. I'm hot about that.
As you should be. And so that's Michael Irvin right there reacting to the trade, right? And so, at the end of the day, Mike is gone. So, I see Agent Nine in here who I respect a lot. I respect a lot. Appreciate you dropping by, do a lot of the comments. Albert, you said you're glad he's gone. Cool. You can be glad. I'm glad he's gone too. And I'll go on record in saying this, right? There are a couple things. This whole process really showed me a couple things. It showed me that Jerry, if you call his bluff, now I think depending on how you do it, Jerry will pull the trigger on emotion. He will pull a trigger on emotion. It showed me that. It also showed me that I think he was setting a precedent for how people negotiate now. If a player tries to negotiate with Jerry now, this is sending a message that this is what's going to happen. And so they asked him, for players that are looking to get an extension moving forward, like, what does this say to them? or it was something along the lines, and I'm paraphrasing, like how should they go about negotiations? And he said, ask Dak. Y'all want to know something? They ain't gonna win. They ain't gonna win nothing. Yeah, I said it. Ask Dak. You just took away somebody. Like I looked at when he's on the field. So I wish that I had that graphic. I should have loaded it up. But I'm gonna read it to you. I'm gonna read it. I'm gonna give me 1 sec. So the graphic is from Bill Barnwell, and this is on X. So if you go at Bill Barnwell, right? Over the last 4 years, the Cowboys are the league's best defense with Micah Parsons on the field by EPA per play. So I know what people are saying, and I know how Jerry's spinning it. Over the last 4 years, across 1,000 play sample, they're the league's second worst defense in that same stretch by EPA per play when Micah Parsons is not on the field. When he's not on the field. So what that tells me is that they weren't able to adequately, under a rookie contract, under Micah's rookie contract, to build that defense even around him. Y'all can keep believing Jerry Jones and the spin job. That is fine with me. Y'all can hear my emotion. I'm done with it. Y'all can, you know what I'm saying? Like, y'all can get emotional. Y'all can argue. Like, I've never had so much egg on my face in one offseason, bro. Never had so much egg on my face. Thought a deal was going to get done, and boom, nope. Deal not getting done. Cool. Even with cap space, right? Johnny Duncan asked, so how much cap space do we have now after trading? We won't do anything. $42 million. It's $42 million. So before trading them, you had $20 million. That's what I'm saying. Albert is asking the question. They can win without Micah, which is not true. Go check the record. Go check our record without Micah. He missed his first games this year. Go look at the record without Micah. We can win without Dak. We can win games without Dak. Without Micah, go check the records. We didn't start winning games again until Micah suited up. We won games and kept things afloat with Cooper Rush a couple years ago and made the playoffs long enough for Dak to come back after Dak got knocked out in week 1. Cooper Rush, I think, went 4-1 during that time. He went 4-1 during that time. Look, I'm not somebody that's going to follow Micah. You know what I'm saying? Micah did his fair share of ugly throughout this process too. You know what I'm saying? The thing that Micah made the mistake on was not in the first part saying, let me bring my agent in. Like, we ain't talking no specifics until my agent is present. If that's the way you were going to go about it, that's the way you got to go about it. That's the fault that he had. But I will say this. I said this on Twitter, X, a couple of days ago. Now, guys, keep in mind, there's no emotional attachment. I'm just talking football right now. There's no emotional attachment. There's no fanhood. There's no nothing. I am talking just strictly off of facts. I reached out to an NFL agent, right, who is currently an NFL agent. And if he wants to come on this platform, he can, right? And he can tell you guys how the process is supposed to play out. A player can directly deal with the team, right? If they choose, they can directly deal with the team and negotiate if they choose. But the moment, if they're represented by an agent or represented by somebody, the moment that they want them present, the team has to deal with that agent. All right. So the way that Jerry said it was, yeah, nah, I ain't dealing with no agent. I'm dealing with you. I ain't dealing with no agent. So that's where Jerry was in the wrong. And it's actually crazy because Jerry full of shit because he dealt with that same agent when he signed Fowler. That's been brought up on multiple platforms. You got multiple guys that are represented by David Mulligetta. Multiple. David Moneygetter. You know what I'm saying? So for the people out there that are blaming the agent, including Micah's brother, that's not how it works, guys. Jerry has to deal with an agent. That's just the rules. It's the rules. All right. But also Jerry had the right to trade him like he did. Jerry had the right to trade him. So let's not get that misconstrued. This ain't me towing the line either. And this is something that I said. I said, Micah, you know what? This has been the precedent that's set. Myles Garrett asked for a trade. TJ Watt asked for a trade. You want to know what their organizations did? They sat down and they got it done. They didn't take it personal. It wasn't personal. This got personal. This got ugly. And Jerry said, I'm going to call your bluff and I'm going to trade you. Here's the stupid part. And here's where Michael Irvin is correct. This was dumb. This was off of emotion. And you know what happens when you gamble off of emotion? I've been there. I'm pretty sure people who have gambled have been there. When you gamble off of emotion, you're going to lose more than you're going to win. Right? But I can't lie to y'all. When this first hit my phone, this was my reaction.
Fucking bullshit. You know what I mean? Yeah. What's going on right now is full of shit.
Yo, who else's reaction was like that, bro? Was anybody else's reaction like that? Y'all tell me in the comments, bro. Hold on, I gotta play that one back. Bro, my son was sitting next to me. And we were at my boy TC's game. We were out at Bishop Ireton, right? We was at my boy's game watching them play the JV play, right? And I'm looking, and somebody was like, whoa. And I look at my phone, I get these text messages. I get it from Rio. I get it from Danny. Bro, I get it from like the bromance. We about to start a podcast, by the way, but I get it from the bromance. And this is what I get. This is exactly how I react.
Fucking bullshit. Yeah. What's going on right now? Yeah. It's full of shit.
You know what I'm saying? That's exactly how I felt. You know what I'm saying? And Agent 9, I feel you. You know what I'm saying? There are people out there that feel like the Herschel Walker thing can be reduplicated. I'm going to tell y'all something. Green Bay is not the Vikings. Green Bay is set to win now. They have a lot of young guys on rookie contracts. Green Bay knows how to handle the cap. They know how to handle turnover. Green Bay is going to catapult off of this. They have become a better football team because of it. The team that demoralized you, the team that has bested you, the team that has embarrassed you on the big stage, time and time again, that's the team you trade him for, right? And what they got back was 2 first-round picks, which will probably be late first-round picks. And then you got Kenny Clark, the D tackle, who I think is a good player. So I think that the thing about it is you look at Dallas's recent draft history. I think that they put together some solid drafts around some of your players, right? I think that this draft was solid for drafting around Micah. I think it was solid for drafting around Micah, right? I think the draft before that was solid for drafting around Micah in that team. It looked as if they were going to start building the team around that piece, right? It looked like that. But, you know, Green Bay only gave up 2 picks that they have kind of recently missed on. And the one thing that I do know about Green Bay, when I went back and I looked at their recent history, I looked at it a while ago. I know that they spent a lot of draft capital, first rounds on defensive linemen. And I think that with the contract in place, I don't think Green Bay really gambled that much. I don't. You know, I don't know who we is, Albert. Y'all will be fine. I don't know who we is. You know what I'm saying? Y'all good. Like at the end of the day, this was kind of like for me, like, nah. I no longer, and then the spin job after was the icing on the cake. Like, you're gonna try and stop the run. So why you ain't trying to stop the run when you had Micah? Why didn't you use capital and use money to go buy DTs or to trade for DTs? You use 4th-round picks to go get Trey Lance and damn Jonathan Mingo. Why the fuck you ain't use a 4th-round pick to go get a D tackle if you was trying to stop the run? Like, bro, sometimes that old dude needs to just shut the fuck up, bro. Like, shut up, bro. Shut up. But that's what's made him his money. That's what made him his billions. That's what's made him his billions. You know what I'm saying? So talking and selling to dumbass people that keep buying into the dumbass stuff. But Green Bay, you know what? I still hate y'all, bro. But
Congratulations! Oh my God.
Congratulations, Green Bay. Congratulations, Green Bay, with Michael Holmes. Congratulations, Green Bay. I should have pulled that. Somebody got to pull that, bro. Somebody got to pull that. Congratulations, Green Bay. Hey, who was there? Hey, bro, who was there when Green Bay got the pick 6 against Dak and Mike went off on Mark's channel? Congratulations, Green Bay. I gotta pull that, bro. I gotta pull that. I gotta find that. Who got that? Yo, who got the Mike Holmes? Congratulations, Green Bay clip. My man Mark fell out the chair. Oh my God. I was so glad that I was not at Mark's house that day because that clip went viral. It went viral. Mike was like, congratulations. Congratulations. Yo, dog. Now, what I will say is there is speculation that, you can package those picks any way up that you want. I do know that Arch Manning, I think, is going to stay in school for 2 years. So I think that might be the plan eventually. Might be the plan to get Arch Manning. And that would be a smart plan, I think. That would be a smart plan. But yeah. Nah, bro. I don't think that you can really look at this from a Cowboys perspective and say that, like, at least right now, you never know how it's going to play out, right? You never know. Football has to be played. Football got to be played. Also, man, y'all hit that like button, man. If you're here and you're enjoying the show, you know what I'm saying? Like, and this is the misconception, right? And this is what's about to be crazy. I'm about to lead this right here. Because it's very, very familiar. And this is the cycle that I'm talking about. This is the cycle that I'm talking about right here. I'm going to make the most sense out of this right here. Bro, Parsons is good. He's not good. He's great, first and foremost. But he's a great player. But he went missing when it mattered. I remember uttering those same words about another great defensive player, pass rusher that we had. I'm going to give some trivia right now to the people in the comments, right? Let me check Instagram. I don't know if people are there. Mr. Real Talk Cowboys over there too. But I mostly see, if you're on Instagram, I mostly see the comments on Instagram. But I got to put this up. Mr. Real Talk Cowboy. We said this same thing about what player that won a Super Bowl, who left us, great player, great defensive player, still had a lot of juice left. Who was the defensive player that we said this about? And when he left, he ended up being a part of one of the greatest defenses in NFL history. You said it. You said it. The reason I know this is I said it. I said the same thing. I said the same thing, bro. I said the same thing about him, and I know y'all did too. And what have we done since then? What have we done since then? What has the front office done since then? Y'all have so much faith that they're going to rebuild this. And we said the same thing about bro. Said the same thing. Guess what he did? Did y'all see his reaction to it? He smacked his head in disbelief. That's fine. How many playoff wins did D Ware have? Y'all keep doing it, bro. It's not no we no more. Y'all got it. Y'all got it. I'm just telling y'all. I've seen it before. I saw Dan Quinn leave. Last year, we said Dan Quinn don't like linebackers. Went got linebackers. Not saying that the defense was a big part of what was going on, but we saw Dan Quinn take a bottom feeder, and he was with us. We saw him take a bottom feeder, go to the NFC Championship. I blame Kellen Moore for a lot of stuff. We saw Kellen Moore call plays for a Super Bowl winning team. You can't keep blaming everybody else. You can't keep blaming people that leave. You can't keep doing it. You can't keep blaming the people that leave. Dog, there's something in that building. Something with the decision makers. Bro, it's something with the spirit. It's something there, bro. It's something there. But hey, let me tell y'all something. I'm not going to hold it against you if you believe. I'm not. I just have to keep pointing out that things keep happening. We keep blaming people that keep leaving. And all like and they tell you it's better here, it's better there. They keep telling you that. And you know what I'm saying? The proof is in the pudding. I didn't make none of that stuff up. That stuff happened. I didn't make that stuff up. Mr. Real Talk said, what's my suggestion to fix it? I've been given the suggestion. All right. But the main suggestion is this. Jerry Jones can't be the GM and the owner. He can't. He can't be the GM and the owner. He allowed his emotions as an owner to make a decision yesterday that was really emotional. He allowed that. He allowed his like GMs, real GMs. At the end of the day, winning and building teams, if they if they can't continue to build teams and do the thing, like Jerry would have been fired as a GM anywhere else. He would have been fired as a GM anywhere else. My suggestion, Mr. Real Talk, and it's going to be a bombshell, but I think I've said it before. I think Troy Aikman. I think you hire Troy Aikman as the GM. I don't know if Troy would do it, but I think that because like money-wise, like obviously he makes a lot of money doing what he does. But I also think that Troy has a passion for football. He has a passion for the Dallas Cowboys. And it often comes off as hate. It comes off as hate because Troy is a very, very accountable person. So Troy is always saying what this team needs to do. Troy as a leader was very accountable. And then you look at some of these ex-player GMs out there. I think Troy Aikman has called it to a T. I think that bro is just dialed in. Like for me, I kind of think that Troy would be perfect for the job. He has the respect of the players. He has the respect of Jerry. He has the respect of this fan base. And I think that it could be a good thing if Troy Aikman was GM. I don't think bro would do it. I don't think that he would do it for if he did it, it wouldn't be for money. It will be because Troy's done everything else. And at this point, he's looking for a new challenge. You know what I'm saying? But you got to look at Jerry and them. They ain't going to pay no damn body. They ain't going to pay no Troy what he need to be to be GM. So here's the thing. I don't know that Troy don't mess with Jerry. I'm just going to tell you that Troy ain't about the bullshit. Troy ain't about the bullshit. It don't matter where it come from. Troy ain't about the bullshit. And I think that the players will tell you that as well. But that would be my suggestion. I think that bro has called it fair, even though we call it hating. It's just like you can't keep calling it hating if there's proof in the pudding in other areas. But I think that Jerry, the owner, being emotional is what kind of led to this. You know what I'm saying? Like being emotional. And you can't be emotional as a GM. You can't. You know what I'm saying? But like Big Sarge said, Jerry isn't hiring no GM. And it's because I saw a clip where he said he liked the pain. The worst part of his ownership tenure is when Bill Parcells had the reign over the football operations. You know what I'm saying? So he ain't gonna hand it over. That's my suggestion. You know, if you look at the teams that win, their GMs are always locked in on what's right now. Jerry, Steven, Will have always been locked in on what's in the future. They've always been locked in on what's in the future. You want to know why? Because they're safe. Because they're safe. This splash right here is their Super Bowl. This splash right here is their Super Bowl. You know, fans, I feel bad. I feel bad. You know what I'm saying? I feel bad because this isn't about winning. This is about pride and ego. And it's unfortunate for a fan base of fans who have been starving for 30 years. It's unfortunate, bro. It's unfortunate. So for the people who aren't here, I'll play the clip again. I'll play it again for the people who missed it. You know,
Jerry were talking. I was even optimistic. Micah and Jerry were talking. I was even optimistic that something would get done because Michael and Jerry was talking. Jerry told you right here that, you know, about our relationship. And we always kept talking. And as he said to me, we're going to be doing business 30, 40 years later, and we are still doing business. I know he wanted that with Michael Parsons. I know he loved Michael Parsons. So in order for us to be right here, something had to go down that hurt Jerry personally to make this crazy, dumb move. The Gambler and his Cowboys is the series that is out right now. This is a gamble the gambler should not have taken. My personal opinion. The last personal thing with Jerry, that was with him and Jimmy, that got in the way, I believe, of a Super Bowl that year. There's a good chance this personal thing, this time, with Micah and his agent, I thought has a good opportunity to get in the way of it. I thought it was a Super Bowl opportunity. You add the offensive weapons to put the points on the board with George Pickens. Now you're going to need a pass rusher to get to the quarterback because they'll have to catch up, and you let Michael Parsons go. Or you traded Michael Parsons. God almighty. I am disappointed that Jerry and the Cowboys decided to trade Micah Parsons. I'm hot about that.
yep, that's it. So, dang, that's my mother probably calling me for my birthday, bro. So, yeah, I just kind of want to get on here, talk to you guys for my birthday, man. It's a terrible birthday gift for me, but in the end, bro, this is what I'm gonna tell everybody. As people, right? Football. I love football with every fiber of my being. This game has done so much for me. It's led me all to you. It's helped me build a relationship with my son that I didn't know that we would build. It's helped me meet some of my best friends. It's helped me meet some really, really genuine people. Like the game is the game. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm pretty sure a lot of you guys in the audience, you guys are probably still friends with your high school, your youth, football people, you know what I'm saying? If you play professionally or college, like I'm pretty sure you're still close with a lot of your teammates. Like sports helps build a social aspect that you wouldn't believe. Like I really love this game. I love this game. And part of loving this game was being a Dallas Cowboy fan. Watching Emmitt Smith run that football made me want to run that football like that. Yesterday, my pride was crushed. It was crushed. And I think that looking at it, looking back, people can say we've been through worse. We've been through the Herschel Walker trade, right? I don't. What year was that? What year was the Herschel Walker trade? So it was 1989, October 12th. I was 3 years old. I was 3 years old when that happened. And the team was bad. They went bad and then they got good. You know what I'm saying? And so all I knew growing up as a kid was greatness. And I say all that to say I'm wired a little different, y'all. I'm wired a little different because that's all I really know. Growing up, Michael Jordan. You know what I'm saying? Michael Jordan was Emmitt Smith to me in basketball. I wanted to be like Michael Jordan in basketball, so I was a Bulls fan. There was no such thing as being local and loyal to your local team and all that type of stuff. Bro, I loved playing those things so much that I just loved watching who my favorite players were. Baseball, man, I loved Ken Griffey Jr. I was a Seattle Mariners fan. I watched the Seattle Mariners have Ken Griffey Jr., Alex Rodriguez, and Randy Johnson all on the same team. I love the Seattle Mariners. So much that I taught myself how to bat right-handed like Ken Griffey. I do the little thing and everything. All I knew was greatness. And then, I hated Kobe Bryant at first. But then I realized, bro built different. Nothing can stop him. Nothing can stop him, bro. Even when he fails, he comes back and he has that look in his eye. Mayweather. He got that look in his eye. Like sometimes, like I'm attracted to when players or people have that look in their eye. Don't matter if they win or lose. You know that there is something fierce there. And they're going to stop at nothing to continue to get better. And guess what? That never goes away. Never goes away. You don't get soft. You just adapt it to something else. And before Kobe died, he was going to start getting into movies and screens and all that stuff. Bro was racking up awards. Now, Suds Deluxe said Jerry got that look in his eyes too. But it's not for the thing that I have my eye on. Jerry is a money maker. And what I will tell you is I admire that. But I also know that along the way, bro had to sacrifice. He had to sacrifice some stuff, and it don't feel good spiritually. So I can't really rock with it. I can't really rock with it because it's too many skeletons. There's too much smoke. There's too much smoke with him. And ever since yesterday that I really let go, I feel like a 200-pound weight was lifted off of my back. I feel like a 200-pound weight was lifted off of my back. Jerry Jones, the organization, whatever news that they come up with, I just don't care. I don't care anymore, bro. I don't care. You want to know where I'm going to focus my energy? I'm going to keep on this channel talking football. So for the people that love football, for the people that love breakdowns, I'm going to get back into the film room. We're going to get and we're going to do exactly what this channel was intended for. It got a little bit Cowboy centric, got a lot of Cowboy centric, but I'm going to get back to the basics, bro. We're talking film, we're talking boxing. It could be NBA. Like if you check the shorts and stuff like that, you guys know that I've been kind of dabbling with it anyway. But I'm going to show you guys that I'm just an excellent person. An excellent person who's a fan of sports, who's a fan of entertainment. And if you rock with that, cool. You know what I'm saying? You rock with it, cool. But I'm not entertaining no more dumb shit. No more dumb cowboy shit. I'm not entertaining it no more. No more. That was the last straw. So when you ask me, what do you think about the Cowboys doing this or doing that? If it's a football question, I'll answer it. If it's some drama centric type stuff or whatever, like I'm focused on, damn, how the hell did Pat Mahomes throw for 400 yards? Damn, how did University of Miami's running back run for 230 yards? We gonna break it down. Damn, who are the next top draft picks? Damn, Tank fighting Jake Paul. I think it's stupid, but we gonna talk about it. You know what I'm saying? We gonna talk about Canelo and Crawford coming up because guess what? I have not talked about Canelo and Crawford. This Cowboys offseason has wiped out so much with dumb shit, with dumb stuff. We got Canelo and Crawford coming up, and I have not broken that down yet. I have not brought people on here to talk about Canelo and Crawford, which is one of the biggest fights in history. And all of you are going to watch it, and it's going to be on Netflix. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be on Netflix. Going to be on Netflix, and we have not talked about it. And yesterday, I found myself talking to people. I could bring my guy on and we can debate or we can talk about it. There are a lot of things that I feel about that fight. A lot of things. You know what I'm saying? But it's actually crazy because I'm on the clock. Not on the clock, but I'm about to be on the clock in 3 minutes. I got to go to work. But, hey, I appreciate all y'all for rocking with me on my birthday. And also, man, if you're feeling a little generous on a Friday, you know, here's my Cash App. Shoot me you could also shoot me a super chat or something like that. But here's the Cash App. You want to buy your boy a drink, a shot, or anything like that. We money score DMV Fanatic. I ain't asking you to do it. If anything, I'm asking you for a like on this video. But if you're feeling a little generous, you want to buy your boy a shot or something like that. We 1 year shy of 40. Next year, we're gonna do it big, for real, for real. You know what I'm saying? Appreciate y'all, man. Lord Nova, thank you for the happy birthday wish. Yeah, appreciate that again. Realistic Washington fan, appreciate you. Man, I ain't gonna lie to y'all. The Commanders fans been showing me a lot of love. So maybe I'll do some breakdowns and talk with Rio a little bit over there on his platform. Been talking with Lord Brunson, might do some Eagles breakdowns of film and stuff like that. And I think that it will behoove the Cowboy fans too. Johnny Duncan, thank you for the $20 super chat, man. Thank you so much. That's a high quality shot right there, my brother. That's a high quality shot right there. I think, you know, Baltimore is always doing some good football stuff up the street, man. So, you know, we can talk about them. Although Baltimore is not the DMV. I got to make that clear. Baltimore is not the DMV. Baltimore's Baltimore. All right. Thank you, Johnny Duncan, for the super chat. John Phil, thank you. Appreciate you, my guy. Oh, and I want to take the time at the end of this, apologize to Nikki Gist. The other night, we got a little heated on Rio's channel. I said some stuff. It was kind of an inside joke. It was an inside joke taking the camera. People might not have understood it. But what I'm going to tell you is that Nikki was absolutely right. When she said that she didn't expect much from the Cowboys, I'm thinking Micah's going to play. I'm thinking they're going to get the deal done and they're going to do some things before, to kind of make the team stronger. I now have to pull back, and I think that what I had originally for Dallas was I had them for 11 wins, but then I didn't think Micah was going to play week 1, so I had it down to about 9 to 10. I think this team is probably going to be about 7 to 10 again. I think it's probably about 7 and 10, and they're going to be battling with the Giants for the last place in the division. I do believe that. You know what I'm saying? You could disagree, you can agree, but I think that this late in the game, passing offense is going to be wonderful. Passing offense is going to be crazy. But I just don't think they're going to be able to get after the quarterback like they need to. They're not going to have Micah. What Micah did to passing games was he made them have to get rid of the ball quick. That split second. Your secondary is not good enough now. Your secondary is not good enough, and they're going to get carved up. It's going to look ugly. And on top of that, like bringing in Kenny Clark, this is me just talking regular football. Bringing in Kenny Clark will help. He's a pretty good player. I like Kenny Clark. But that secondary is going to get tore the hell up. It's going to get tore the hell up. It's going to look like 7-on-7 practice out there. And I also know that Trey is not as good without Micah either. So y'all gonna turn on him next, and he gonna get moved for a bag of hot Cheetos. He gonna get moved too. He probably gone too. He gonna get moved for a bag of hot Cheetos, and they're gonna chalk this year up, and they're gonna rebuild. They're gonna rebuild. They're gonna this is a rebuilding Cowboys team. I'm calling it right now. But Mr. Real Talk, I think that the front, they got some edges, some guys that can play some ball. I think that the front is solid. I don't know that it's going to completely stop the run. Schematically, bringing in Kenny Clark, I don't know if they'd have to change the schematics, because I think that they were doing a lot of slanting. They were doing a lot of slanting, and they were doing a lot of where the edges, were coming down and controlling the B gap. I don't know if adding Kenny Clark changes the schematics of how you do that, but we'll see. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of football to be played, and we'll find out on Thursday night. You know what I'm saying? Appreciate you, Professor O, for telling me happy birthday. Thank you so much. Thank you, Jay Diz, for the $5. Happy birthday, bro. I got nothing for the dumb family. Yeah, it is what it is. Neelan. But yeah, I don't know what Kenny Clark, to answer the question, Mr. Real Talk Cowboy, I don't know how it changes schematics of what Eberflus wants to do. But I do know with the weak DTs that we had, they had to do a whole bunch of slanting and stuff to try. And what was happening is guys was getting moved out of gaps in the middle of slants. It looked like they were just getting moved. But in actuality, it was the scheme, and and Eberflus is trying to make up for the fact that they didn't have DTs. So it might change. My bro said, "What's the Cash App?" Give me 1 second, bro. I had it up. Cash App, DMV Fanatic, bro. It's real easy. And so what I'm gonna tell you is, look, like I said, no emotion. You asked me the question. It was a great question about the front, and so we're gonna talk football. And that might even be some things that maybe I even do a film breakdown on what I'm talking about with them slanting, and then what happens when they insert Kenny Clark. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? So, don't know so much about Bo Bentley, but I'll get to know about Bo Bentley. I'll get to know about him. You know what I'm saying? I've been so intertwined in what's going on with this Cowboys team because because the season is here. So it is what it is. But appreciate y'all, man. I gotta get to work. All right, I gotta get to work. Maybe we'll talk a little later. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? If the old lady will let me, because it's my birthday weekend, so we gonna be hanging out a little bit, y'all. But appreciate y'all. One last time for the outro, baby.
I can't feel the pain, I'm numb to all you say. To keep it real and stay 100 through the rain. I can feel there's something missing from your face. So keep it real and stay 100 in your veins. Put me in these boxes, still I'm tryna break away. I just roll it up and down some liquor for my pain. Thoughts inside my head, it's nightmares instead of some dreams. I've been tryna hold on to everything from the seams. Try to get it by any means. There's no accepting defeat with all this pressure that's on me. Stressing whenever I breathe, cause everything is on me. If everybody is down, I gotta pick up all the pieces. Yeah, I can't fall, cause I do it for my daughter, so she can make it farther. Ain't worry about your comments, cause I believe in karma. Time for